Google's annual I/O convention is where Google developers come together. It's their biggest event of the year, and Omar El-Akkad is joining us from San Francisco. Now, it seems like Google, instead of having one big announcement, they had many little announcements. What's the strategy behind that?
So basically, the last few years, they tried to make one big pop, or basically just a few small announcements, and then one big one. But that hasn't really worked out in the sense that none of these big announcements have gone on to become major products or successful products. So last year, for example, they unveiled something called the Nexus Q, which is a home media server. And at the time, it looked really cool. It looked really interesting. Nobody's really talked about it since. It was the same thing with other major product announcements, such as Google+, Google Glass. All of these things sounded really cool at the start. None have gone on to become huge commercial successes yet.
Okay, Glass, record a video.
So for the time being, Google is staying away from making any new big announcements, and instead what they've done is just announce dozens upon dozens of upgrades to virtually every service that they offer.
So speaking of many little upgrades, Google Plus got 41 different changes. What does that say about what Google expects from Google Plus?
Well, they expect a lot more than they're getting, basically. Most successful services don't see massive rounds of dozens upon dozens of upgrades all at once. What's happened here is that Google is trying to basically just shock some life into Google+. They're going to upgrade everything. They're going to overhaul the way the system looks. So photo sharing is going to become easier. Photo manipulation is going to become easier. Photo storage, they're going to give you more storage of higher-end photos. They're going to do all of these things in an effort to try and get people to basically use this service a lot more, because so far it hasn't really sort of caused a dent in Facebook's ownership of the social media space.